down the credit card, right? That's what I think we need to do.
You heard it first from the Speaker of the House. No stimmies of any kind. Not $100, not 500, not 1,000, not 5,000, not 8,000. Nothing. Take that money and pay down the deficit, is what he said. So if you're hearing it, please stop spreading those lies.
Speaker Mike Johnson signaled he was not a fan of a proposal to send American stimulus checks with the money saved with the Department of Government Efficiency. It's great for us that he gives everybody a check, he said. Sessions at the But I think about our core principles. Physical responsibility is what we do as conservatives. That's our brand. And we have 36 trillion federal debt. There is a giant deficit which is over 838 billion for fiscal year 2025 so far according to the policy center the US was grappling with as well. I think we need to pay down the credit card. I think we need to do. It comes after President Donald Trump said he was considering giving 20% of Doge led savings back to the U.S. taxpayers during a speech on Wednesday at the F11 Priority Summit. Co President Musk, who's leading Doge unofficially, said Tuesday on his website that he would check with the president about the proposal after it was first floated by Azoria investment firm James Fishback, the CEO. Doge stated goal under Musk is to cut federal spending by $2 trillion. During a sit down remarks with Newsmax, Mike's also warned that Americans could see the largest tax increase in U.S. history if Trump's 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act (TCJ) was extended before measures expired at the end of this year. Republicans are currently trying to use their majorities to extend Trump's tax cuts and pass his priorities on defense and the border via a massive bill using the budget reconciliation process. Under reconciliation, both the Senate and the House operate under simple majorities, allowing the party to power to pass a massive budget bill without help from the opposition, normally the Senate threshold for passage in two-thirds. We're going to take a blowtorch to the regulatory state and get the bureaucracy back and check lots of details, lots of subcategories under all that. But it's going to be a big, beautiful bill, and it has to be necessity because it gives us the highest possibility of success. It puts money in the rich people's pockets. That's basically what he's saying. Could President Trump really issue Doge stimulus checks? The idea of 5,000 refunds from the ongoing drive to reduce federal spending has been floated, but don't add the bonus to your account because the Doge ideally must meet a 2 trillion savings goal to make the kickback feasible. I honestly don't think they are. And that a country is something even Elon Musk, the unofficial leader, co-president of Doge, said he may not be doable back in January. You guys got to listen to what this man says. I'm excited. President Trump on Wednesday said the administration is considering giving 20% of Doge savings to citizens. His comments came a day after Musk said he would confer with Trump about the idea. The idea of 5,000 stimulus checks, Congress would need to approve funds to the taxpayers. This I read about this man before. On February 14th, lobbied Musk on the idea of $5,000 checks based on the $2 trillion in savings occurred from Doge, leaving the rest to pay down the national debt. American taxpayers deserve a Doge dividend. 20% of the money of Doge saved should be spent back on hardworking Americans. It's decreasing the possible dividend on CNN on Saturday. Fishback said the potential for a check up to 5,000 would incentivize Americans to report waste, fraud, and abuse in their own community. Why? Because the more that Doge saves, the bigger their checks will be. Why is why do these people continue to lie to us? Why? Back in 2020, okay. These stimulus checks were sent to persons, funding for small business loans and grants, and additional weekly unemployment insurance payments. Trump addressed the issue twice on Wednesday. We're considering giving 20% of Doge savings to American citizens. Not that they are, he's considering it. So it's a yes or no at this point. Okay, Trump said the dividend would be an incentive for taxpayers. And feedback flowed the Doge idea. Musk responded. Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, did not seem to be open on board about the proposal, as we know. You know, I honestly, I don't think this is a good idea because I think it's going to increase the debt, and then we're going to have supply and demand, and then everything's going to go up like it did during COVID when we all got them stimulus checks and everybody was running out buying TVs. Oh, I remember that. Oh my gosh. And it's just going to put us in more debt. Honestly, I'll be. It would increase the deficit. It would increase immediate consumer spending, and that would have inflammatory consequences, which is something we don't want right now. Director of Research in Manhattan, the money would be better off spent going to offset the 1 trillion annual budget deficit and to offset taxes. Another problem with stimulus checks, inflation. If Doge starts mailing out large checks to large numbers of people, wow, that's going to put a big boost to inflation because Trump's putting out tariffs, and tariffs means more expensive goods and services. See, you guys? We're just going to have bigger inflation, and I don't really think this is a great idea. We don't spend government money and we give it back to the people. If you spend it all, then you're even. I guess. Oh my gosh. The issue may not moot because Dodge. Look at me, you guys. It's late. Doge had already saved taxpayers 55 billion, but in air listing the cancellation of 8 million contracts as being 8 billion savings. Okay. It had actually total savings of 16.5 billion. You guys, I you guys, I don't know, but they only say 16.8 billion. I mean, they have what, like a whole year to go, but I don't know. Let's just keep reading. Doge won't achieve enough savings to issue checks big enough to create inflation. She called the idea of Doge dividend ridiculous. A lot of people did. I did too, because I don't believe we're going to get big checks like that. There's no money there, and certainly not enough money to make big contribution to taxpayers who worked with Vice President Al Gore to cut government waste in the Clinton administration. The guy just say things, she added, referring to Musk. You guys, President Trump, co-president Musk, unofficially co-president, has been lying and has just been saying things. That's why I take whatever co-president Musk says, I take it with a grain of salt, and I'll just wait. Because so far, they've just been lying. There's no proof that they're actually telling the truth. But who knows? I'm going to keep doing my research on this. You guys have a great night. I'm going to bed.
I see everybody talking about this stimmy check. You guys, there is no check coming. You're getting fooled or played or whatever you want to call it. And if I do get one, oh, hell yeah. I'm going to take that check and I'm going to get the hell out of here. That's what I'm going to do. But I don't know where you guys are thinking you're going to get a stimmy check. Where's the proof? Show me the proof. If you can, show me the proof in the comments. Because I looked all over the damn place for that stimmy check. I don't know what you guys are doing. I know. I gotta laugh. I gotta laugh because you guys literally think that you're getting one. I don't know.
Okay, so finally, hopefully we can put this to bed. And because you need visual aids and coloring books and graphs to show MAGA and Trumpers of something they're not going to get, here you go.
But if you think about our core principles, right, fiscal responsibility is what we do as conservatives. That's our brand. And we have a $36 trillion federal debt. We have a giant deficit that we're contending with. I think we need to pay down the credit card.
Now, if it wasn't so early in the morning and my husband wasn't still sleeping upstairs, I would laugh so hard at that statement. And I would laugh so hard at the statement that MAGA thinks that they're going to be getting $5,000 to $8,000 stimulus checks from Doge savings, from monies that was allocated to departments illegally shut down by Elon Musk and his 15-year-old cronies. Now, I keep saying it, y'all bumped y'all head on something, or you sniffing something, or you drank something that's got you thinking Looney Tunes. But no, there is no stimulus. And this is for black people who think stimulus is coming. No, there's no stimulus. That money's going to rich people. All that supposedly savings that they stole from Peter to pay Paul is going to these fucking tax cuts that they are continuing to give to the 1% and rich corporations. I might add, the corporations that are agreeing to jump on the bandwagon with this DEI initiative because they want to stay on the list to get said tax cuts. Because if you wonder out of the blue, why are they going along with this DEI shit? They're trying to go along to get along to keep their taxes low or not pay any taxes at all. This is what y'all voted for, MAGA. You're not getting shit. You got used. You fell for the okie doke. They told y'all to y'all face they were going to continue the tax cuts for the rich. At these rallies y'all were cheering at. Oh, wait, you didn't know what you were cheering for? You didn't know that? Oh, because all you heard was illegal immigration? And DEI and woke. He said it. There's video after video after video. He said it right at these rallies y'all cheering at while y'all passing out, freezing to death, and walking miles to get back to your car. See, this is what it feels like to be in a cult. And you're in one. You are. You are. And the sad part is some of y'all don't even care. You'll take the loss. You'll suffer. Long as it makes you feel a part of something. He hates the same people that you hate, so you don't care. This is where we are. That's why y'all, some of these people, when you say find out and fuck around and find out, they don't know what that is. They don't know what that is. They don't care about suffering. Because they've been made to feel a part of hating something bigger and making them forget how poor they are. Oh, because they poor. And they paying a lot for eggs just like the rest of us. It's all been exposed. So, I'm here for you, though. I got you with the info.
You all heard what Mike Johnson said? No to the stimulus check. No fucking stimulus check. No 5,000, no 8,000, no stimulus check. We have a $36 trillion debt. Let's pay down that credit card.
I'm so happy I voted for Donald Trump. Now I'm going to get a $5,000 refund check from all the stolen taxpayer money. No, you're not. It's just not mathematically possible. Not even in a best case scenario, which is not what was proposed, by the way. It sounds great, but let's do the numbers. In a best case scenario, every single dollar found would be given only to American taxpayers. In that scenario, 150 million Americans would receive the $5,000 check, and it would cost us a whopping over $700 billion. That is almost the entirety of the U.S. military budget. And newsflash, Doge is not going to find $700 billion to cut. I would bet money on that. But that's not what was proposed. What was proposed is to only use 20% of the found money to pay every American. In that scenario, 350 million Americans would receive the $5,000 check, and the total savings would have to be over $8 trillion. That is more than the annual budget of the entire country. It's not going to happen. Not to mention, guess what would happen to prices and inflation? They would skyrocket. How do we know this? Because we already did it in 2020. We gave stimulus checks, and the right were furious about this, and they were correct. It caused a ton of inflation. So what do you think would happen to prices if we gave out checks basically double what we gave out before? Well, you better get used to paying $12, $13, or $14 for a dozen of eggs. Forever.
I've seen a couple videos now where people are convinced that all of this savings that Doge is finding is going to come back to the American people in the form of a stimulus check or in a tax refund. Guys, where in the hell are you getting this information? That is not going to happen. They are waiting to give that tax break, $4.5 trillion, to the wealthiest people in America. You and I are not going to see one red cent of that.
President Trump says he likes the idea of giving some of the savings from Doge back to Americans as kind of a dividend. Would you support that?
Listen, he's just telling a lie. Right now, what they're going to do is say, hey, we want to give you a refund, but Congress won't let us because they already know that there's just no money for that.
So it's clear that not only did Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett say that she doesn't support Doge giving out stimulus payments, but she's saying that there's no money there to give out. I wanted to spend a lot of time explaining to you guys why she's so wrong on this, but I think I got my boy Patriot Dad here to kind of help me out a little bit.
Video clip I saw just a few days ago of the new head of the EPA who talked about a $20 billion bank account that his organization located that the Biden administration created just a few months before they left office. Do you think it's possible that they tuck that money into a bank account to make sure that it gets dispersed before Doge finds it? If we found out that the federal government was in fact in the business of giving out money, particularly people that were connected to the Democrat Party, yeah, that's right. $2 billion of that $20 billion seems to have been allocated for an organization that is very closely connected to former Democrat gubernatorial candidate Stacey Abrams.
I just find it so rich that this new Democrat congresswoman is saying that they don't have money to throw around, but they threw billions to somebody who did the dirty work for the Democrat Party. Am I wrong? Wasn't she trying to take down Trump for years? Anyways, she doesn't support Doge, but I think a lot of us do.
Y'all need to chill. You're never going to get $5,000. It was a fishing expedition. They just floated a stupidly low number out to see if people would bite. And you did. You're not getting $5,000.